February the 21st, 1986. It's 9:15 in the morning and 6 degrees below freezing at the Boreham Proving Ground in Essex. The car was completed the night before, and both drivers are here. Patrick Tambay. Duckworth congratulates Jeff Goddard. Wiring changes are still incomplete, so the finned aluminium computer remains on top of the engine. Obscured by the complex turbo machinery, the size of the small engine seems to surprise even Duckworth.
It just sits in the shadow. The small engine sits in the shadow of the car. But I don't know, the intercoolers and everything else don't look quite so big and out and in the way, do they? Somehow. I suppose it's looking down on it is better than looking at the thing and all that.
But the turbos and the radiators, known as plumbing, have been the responsibility of the car's designers.
All the plumbing looks very nice, doesn't it, actually, with that and the... From having put the centre intake in here, getting that into there and just about sneaking this thing round the corner. I noticed that the depth of it's the wrong way round, isn't it? Right. It should be deep and thin in that direction instead of being wide and flat. Yeah.
Yes. We allowed them that one because I did the pressure drops and it was okay.
Or if it's the body like that, if we go the other way, it doesn't fit the body.
Hey, I didn't realise those things are going to be sticking out there like...
Alan Jones will be the first to drive a car so new that even the team are unfamiliar with the controls.
Hey, Huey. Huey.
Yes?
Which way's on the steering wheel?
It's marked.
Oh, he's sort of right.
There are 5 straps on the safety harness, 2 over the shoulder, 2 on the hips, and 1 round the crutch. It must be fitted by the engineer, but can be released with 1 punch on a center catch to escape in case of fire. Like his overalls, the balaclava is fireproof for a few valuable seconds and could save his life.
Alan, the oil pressure's meant to be about 60, somewhere in that chord, all right?
Okay. And what's it running temperature? If it's below a certain thing?
I really want to be above 80.
Yeah, so if it doesn't have to come in and put some more tape
Put
on.
some more tape on it, I think.
On goes the carbon fiber body shell.
Just do one lap very, very slowly. Stop out on the surface there and walk outside.
How was the back time?
2 years of work and millions of dollars are now in the hands of one man.
The roads are well blacked off, but even later on you need to sort of be above 80 before we give it any stick.
Yeah. I just asked Dick, and he said about above 80 and oil pressure 60.
Yeah.
sounds like a bloody great baritone, doesn't it? Don't you think? It's a
Unlike Jones, Patrick Tambay has driven for Ferrari and has learned to judge a turbo by its sound.
Sounds good.
For a few moments, everyone forgets the cold. It's real Formula One at last.
Don't turn it off from there.
Running about 78 or so.
That's oil pressure.
Inch. About 85.
Even with the radiators blanked off, the engine has only just reached its operating temperature in the icy conditions.
Steering wheel position's good. Pedal position is good, except for the accelerator and brake. And I'd like the gear stick to be a bit further away, as much as you could. But this feels a lot better. You know, more support.
Engine run cleanly?
Yeah, very clean. Clean as a whistle. There's no sort of popping and banging. It just runs really.
As ex-Williams designer Neil Oatley keeps a careful note, Tambay asks if there's any lag in the throttle response.
Yeah, it feels very good, you know, very good response. No popping or banging or...
Synchronized with one another, the engine. Synchronization between the throttle and the engine.
So far, yeah, I'm not going all that quick, but it feels good.
The engine management module is only slightly warmer than Jones.
Dick, you haven't made any provisions for a heater, have you?
Not quite yet, no. Oh, God, I think it's cold in there, isn't it?
Ah, is that for me?
Yeah.
I thought it might have been for the engine.
Despite Jones's good humour, this old airfield is icy and dangerous. By 10:30, conditions have not improved.
Yeah.
The smooth power that Jones has experienced is due to a totally uncompetitive turbo setting of 2.5 bar, about half race boost. But at least everything else is stable.
No, not a problem. 78 pounds per square inch on the oil. And about 86, 87 on the temperature. But no, nothing, not a no. Nothing.
You used 10.5 that time?
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Charlie.
Engine clean all the way up?
Yeah, clean, no problems. Very clean on the down run and no hesitating or popping or doesn't seem to be any of that nonsense going on.
Any initial...
Yeah, you'll start to improve it now.
J, K, L, M, N. Should be those two. T should be the one of those. Yeah.
Jim Coates is not happy with the plenum charge temperature, or PCT sensor, from the computer, and decides to change to the left-hand bank of cylinders.
The two ground should be T and U.
And U?
Right.
Let's try U then.
There it is. That's that ground. So, what should be the PCT for that one? Okay, that's L. That's PCTL, so where's the signal for PCT? Pick it up on N. So N, so if we go into that one. So the other way it's there, isn't it? And it's, yeah. The other one is...
But the real problem is that the engine was never designed to run under Arctic conditions.
Depends when they're running, really, because it will only take us half an hour to do.
Are we going to have this engine back?
I wouldn't have thought so after today. I'd have thought it's worth...
You want to get some...
Well, I want to get some miles on it. Because at the moment, I mean, they've got no references on this circuit, how quick they go in and what it feels like or anything. It just says it's long, it's bumpy. You know, it runs.
Now it's Tambay's turn. He will put in half a dozen trouble-free laps and confirm Jones's view that the engine is smooth, but well down on power.
3 laps, I think.
Mm-hmm.
No stopping for lunch. That's what he said, and then lunch.
Lunch? Yeah, I think drinking more than lunch.
For the moment, his main concern is the rather uncomfortable crutch strap on the ill-fitting harness.
Oh! No! Do you think you need to get the crouch strap from so far back? Excellent. Really? Excellent. Oh, excellent. Very nice. Super. Very good. Good. Because you were obviously trying things. Yeah, trying to do some pickup, trying to find out if I had some kind of a dips and valleys in the throttle response. No such things. When you go down fairly low in rev, it just picks up nicely. It's very progressive. It's very smooth. The boost behavior is also very quick, very responsive. It varies, it goes down 2.6, back to 3 instantly. It's very linear. There's no... it responds very well on the downshift. It's also, well, when you are 3rd gear or 4th gear with the backup, instead of having a big gap and quite a bit of lag, there is a little bit of a dip initially, then just picks up from there on quite nicely. Good. Sounds crisp, feels crisp. I think it's very good.